So I get a lot of comments like this asking, how do you record yourself playing like that, or how do you record your hand cam? So in this video I'm going to be showing you how I record my setup, and also 3 ways for you to do it yourself. 1 free, 1 cheap, and 1 relatively expensive. So this is how I record all of my videos. I basically just have this overhead tripod right here. It's not actually an overhead tripod, I just have it facing down towards the iPad. So whenever I put the phone in it, this is what you'll see. And this is how all of my videos are recorded. A few other notable mentions on my setup. Some Miku merch right here. My switch to my monitor, which is how I edit all of my videos. Keyboard, mouse, and mouse pad, which I mostly just have because it has a better background for the gameplay. Now getting into the ways that you can record. So the first free one, which is the section we're starting on, is screen recording. I know it might not sound like a lot, but screen recording often has a lot of benefits that hand cam actually doesn't have. For example, screen recording doesn't take any extra hardware floating around your gameplay, so you can just play like regular if you can ignore the stress of being recorded. Another benefit is just it's a lot clearer for viewers to see. I know so many people that screen record just because of how hassle-free it is. You can also do it basically anywhere as long as you bring your iPad or phone, whichever one that you use. But now for the cons. Screen recording doesn't show your actual hand positioning and just shows the gameplay, which is less satisfying in my opinion and is also a lot easier to fake. You could use autoplay on a chart and edit out the autoplay icon in the corner. It also uses on-device storage to screen record, and that can be an issue, especially if you don't manage your files often or just don't have a lot of storage. But the second free option, which is the much better one in my opinion since it actually is a true hand cam, is just stacking up some books and getting another phone if you have one. This mostly applies to people who play on a tablet and have their phone free, but you could also borrow a friend or family member's phone if you don't have your own. Now, it doesn't look the best from the outside, but after some cropping, this is what the final result would look like. Now this method of recording is actually a lot better than screen recording in a lot of ways, but much worse in other ways. For example, it's much better with actually proving that you completed the song since this shows your actual hand positioning. It's also a lot better for learning from your song from previewing it, even if you're not posting it anywhere. But as for the disadvantages, it's kind of unstable and my phone actually fell down while recording that one segment and I had to cut it out. And of course, another issue is that it just looks a little bit ugly with the boxes on the side and less clean. And the method doesn't work nearly as well for larger tablets and iPads. Like I have the 13-inch iPad, which is the largest one Apple sells, and it doesn't look nearly as good as it would if I had an 11-inch iPad. But honestly, if you're serious about recording and posting it anywhere, then you're going to want to spend just a bit of money on a setup. The cheapest option that I could find is a tripod setup just like mine. I know I've said before that I don't recommend it when replying to comments, but honestly, if you're looking for a setup that's around $20, I can't really find anything better. And honestly, for being $20, this is not bad at all. You can produce some really good looking videos with this setup. Honestly, there's a lot of pros to this setup that I can't name all of them, so I'll just name some of the notable ones. One of them being, your angle is just a lot better. You're getting a top down, slightly angled towards the iPad screen because it's facing towards you, instead of just directly top down, which kind of gives the appearance that the iPad is tilted away from the viewer rather than towards them. Another benefit is that it's just so much better with flexibility. Like you can zoom in, zoom out, change the angle, adjust how you want to do stuff. It's really flexible depending on your setup and if you actually have a desk or not, which some people don't actually. But the cons are also pretty annoying. Whenever you have the tripod in front of you, like I do, it's very annoying because your arms are constantly hitting the tripod itself and causing it to shake, which is probably why you're seeing some shake in my videos if you pay attention to that. Also, it being in your face has a side effect of making playing actually harder because it blocks some of your visibility and it gets in the way, as I said previously, which makes you worse at the game. Oh yeah, you also have to pay money for it, which is also an inconvenience for a lot of people. Here's what the tripod looks like on Amazon. I'll probably have it linked below, but I might forget, so if I do happen to forget, this is what it looks like so you can find it. And now moving on to the expensive side of things, where really there's only one option, and that's just to get a true overhead tripod that actually is not like the one in front of you. You get one that clamps to your desk and it goes over your iPad, out of your way, and it just records it in the most clean way possible. I say expensive, but really I just mean more expensive than a regular tripod. I'll have a picture of one I found on Amazon after I edit this. And to be honest, I don't actually have one of these myself. As I stated previously, I have the cheap method, the tripod. So everything I'm saying here is going to be theoretically and not based off personal experience. So theoretically, pros of an overhead tripod is that there's no risk of you bumping into it, and the angle is much more flexible than the tripod even, and way more flexible than the Temu hand cam that we crafted earlier. Now for the cons, and this is pretty annoying for a lot of people. You need a desk or a table to actually clip the mount to, because it doesn't just stand there like a tripod, it needs to be held up by something like a table. Also, it's not nearly as portable as a tripod, and the tripod kind of folds up and you can kind of bring it places, but this is like stuck to your desk. You can't really move this unless you like unclip it, and that's a whole thing. And now stating the obvious issue, it's so expensive that if I buy this, I won't be able to buy anything for the next 6 or 7 years. And those are all of the ways, at least I can think of, that you can record your gameplay. Let me know if you want to see more videos like this, and thank you so much for watching to the end. It really helps me out.